The Sky Blue and Whites tonight take a welcome break from a debut Northern Premier League campaign stacked with tough tasks and fierce battles. But when it comes to battles, few are as vital and as consequential as that being faced by Nuneaton Borough. There were doubts as to the status of tonight's game given the precarious situation tonight's visitors face off the pitch. For many, the struggles of Nuneaton put everything into perspective. Maybe we take our sport and teams for granted, but if only for 90 minutes, the Borough faithful can put their worries aside and enjoy a game of football as we here at Coventry Sphinx send our best wishes to all involved with the club. So let's focus on the football. It's Coventry Sphinx versus Nuneaton Borough in the Birmingham Senior Cup second round coverage sponsored by Cahill Contractors with commentary from Liam Cook. The home side make 4 changes from the 1-1 draw at Walsall Wood on Saturday. Centre-back William Ejinguele limped off the field in the first half at John Sylvester Stadium and hasn't recovered in time to play against his old club. Lewis Guest and Jack Redhead are rested while Leo Brown is ineligible to play. Jamie Draper forms a centre-back partnership with Cannon Whiteside. Jack Downs is drafted into the midfield after replacing Ejinguele at the weekend. Gio Dainty and Dylan Parker firm up the attacking options alongside Matty Shipman. The off-field issues haven't translated into a loss of form for a Nuneaton side who have won their last 6 outings in League and Cup. The Borough make 5 changes from their weekend fixture against Outchurch, with the visitors boasting a former Premier League striker in Leroy Lita among their ranks. It's the battle of the Matties up front as striker Matty Stenson is brought into the front line. Finley Osborne replaces Dan Jezef between the 6 with Victor Nirenold and Ed El Hagani making up a new centre-back partnership. Casey Butterfield is added to the midfield. Standing over it will be Casey Butterfield. Store's in there too. Sphinx all lined up. Can they keep the Borough out from scoring in the 4th minute? It's Butterfield, drills it, and well gathered at the near post by Keelan Fallows, the former Sky Blues goalkeeper who's been in inspired form as of late. Quick one taken to Oseni. Going for some separation from Shorrock. And slipped in beautifully for Leroy Lita. Stopped well by Keelan Fallows, close range. And Shipman cushions it into touch. Store a little deft flick onto Butterfield. Racing down the left-hand side is Callum Chettle. In for Lita! Oh, a striker of his calibre should be burying an opportunity like that. So a throw in, all the yards down line from the Sphinx penalty area to be taken by Victor Nirenold. Oseni shielded towards the line but finds Nirenold again. Plays a 1-2 of Lita. It's Victor Nirenold. And Lafleur blocked by a lunging Draper. It's a long one from Percy, and not enough. Was it across the line? No. Matty Shipman with a header at the far post. It looked for a moment as if it was crossed, but it was stopped right on the line. I think it was El Hagani who got it clear, and it is going to be Dylan Parker to take it. How close Sphinx came last time they had a set piece. Can they go one further? It's Parker towards that far post and a good punch by Osborne. It was going all the way. Ducking underneath that crossbar. The net certainly would have rustled if not for the intervention of the young shot stopper. It's out on the opposite side for another corner. Delivery number 2 for Dylan Parker. Right side nods it on. The defence tries to scramble it clear down, tucks it over via a deflection. Sustained pressure for Coventry Sphinx. Can they make it count? Parker with a hat-trick of corners. And oh, it's off the crossbar. Well, Whiteside was bundled over in the exchange. I half expected the whistle to blow for a penalty there, but the ball bouncing off the woodwork from Dylan Parker. And Hagani. And Storer looking to meet the run of Leroy Lita, and Lita has caught Luke Downs napping there, collects on the right hand side of the box. Chettle available to provide support. It's on across by Stenson, it's in! Matty Stenson with a bullet header. The Borough number 10 with a clinical finish. Perseverance paying off for the Nuneaton Borough with a striker of Matty Stenson's calibre waiting in the wings. There was only one end result. Nodding it across Fallows into the far bottom corner. Steno doing what he does best. In the battle of the strikers called Matty here at Sphinx Drive, it's Stenson who draws first blood. Coventry Sphinx 0, the Nuneaton Borough 1. Parker with the last chance before the break towards that near post, and it's gone all the way! Did Downs get a touch? Downs is celebrating. Jack Downs seemingly flicking it in at the near post after Parker's delivery, and with the last effort of the half, Coventry Sphinx tie it up. Probing delivery from Dylan Parker. It was always going to be a menacing one towards that near post. Jack Downs with the deftest of flicks just to take it out of the path that Osborne was expecting it to take. The slightest of touches, the biggest of impacts. Coventry Sphinx level, 1-1 at Sphinx Drive. Delivery and another header away by McManus. Which in towards Locke. Well held by Osborne. A strong header by Alex Locke, looking for his first ever Coventry Sphinx goal. Well, good one for Shipman. Tried to judge the bounce, it floats over him and collected by El Hagani, and the Nuneaton will try and get clear again with Chettle. Here's Casey Butterfield. Rod right to Orseni. Chettle. And Orseni's got pace. Can he use it? No, slip it in for Leroy Lita! Premier League pedigree from Leroy Lita. Perfect positioning. And a pristine finish to go with it. Slotting past Keelan Fallows. Leroy Lita restores the Nuneaton's advantage, which they lost just before the break. And with a former England international in your squad, that's exactly the sort of goal you expect. Coventry Sphinx 1, the Nuneaton Borough 2. The short throw to Lita. Trying to find a more central location, look to Orseni. Shields from Shorrock. Lita takes aim! And stopped well by Keelan Fallows. Too powerful even for Fallows to stop on the first attempt. The Eton fans waiting in bated breath behind the nets, hoping to see it ripple for a third time. And takes it past Osborne for a collapse in the back, and it's Gio Dainty! Gio Dainty with the equaliser! Miscommunication in defence for the Nuneaton Borough, and Gio Dainty in his third appearance for the Sphinx since his move from Kozel backs his first goal in sky blue and white stripes. Dainty took a chance and put pressure on the young goalkeeper. He got to the punch first. And able to find his way around the keeper and slot it into an empty net. This second half has had everything, and we've only had 8 minutes. It's 2-2. Kyle Storer wants this free kick, and he's going to get it. Cut in by Storer, and across the face of goal from McManus. Lita hoping to turn it in, but couldn't get to the seconds. Matty Shipman. Goes it left for Martin. Martin's ball, Osborne sees it coming all the way, and Parker collects it on the far side, and Shipman fires it over. Too much power from the Sphinx number 9. Parker to Castellano. Here's Coventry Sphinx debut. Downs. Launches it to the right hand side and finds Joe Percy. Percy's delivery! And nodded across the net rather than into it. Jack Downs that close to his second of the afternoon. A cleaner contact and Sphinx surely would have been 3-2 up. Parker towards that far post. Castellano! Brilliant save from Osborne. Wouldn't that have been a spectacular debut? For Castellano, nodding it towards the bottom corner. Tipped around the post by the young goalkeeper. Sphinx fancy this win and a place in the 3rd round. Just outside the centre circle, everyone up for Nuneaton except for Butterfield. Everyone back for Sphinx except for Hayward. And it goes now across and Lita with his second of the game. Leroy Lita smashes it into the roof of the net. And for the 3rd time this evening, Nuneaton lead.